Hello students, today we are going to look into the topic exponentiation. What is an exponentiation? It is a mathematical operations of two numbers. One will act as a base and the other one will be a power, right? So I've given my example over here. 2 raised to the power 4 means what? The base 2 is being multiplied 4 times, right? And hence you will get 16. So I'm going to discuss about various rules, that is laws of exponents over here, in order to smooth function of the topic, right? So first law of exponent is the product law. What is a product law? If you multiply two different exponent with the same base, please keep this in mind, with the same base, sorry, with the same base, then the power will get added, right? So the powers are m and n. It gets added when you multiply two different indices with the same base. Now I've given some example for you here. 3 to the power 2 into 3 to the power 5. Yeah, I can hear the answer. Yes, it is 3 to the power 7. Good. Now what is the answer for this? I can see you people guessing it. Very good. So yes, it is 5 to the power minus 1 plus 5, which gives you 4. 5 to the power 4. Right? Now, next, can you guess? Yes, quotient law. What is meant by quotient law? Since we saw the addition and multiplication, now subtraction and division. Yes, so the division is a to the power m divided by a to the power n. Yeah, two different indices with the same base is being divided. Then what will happen? Yeah, your guess is correct. Then the power gets subtracted. Very good. Now the example. 3 to the power 5 divided by 3 to the power 2. What will you get here? You'll get 3 to the power 3 is nothing but 27. Now one more example, children. Yeah, any guesses? Absolutely correct. 5 to the power 5 minus of minus 1, which is 5 to the power 6. Yeah. So far we saw two laws, that is product law and the quotient law. Product law, two different indices with the same base being multiplied, then what will happen? We'll add on the power. Quotient law, two different indices being divided, then what will happen to the powers? The powers get subtracted. Now the third one is power law. What's meant by power law? Is it different from others? Yeah, here you can see that only one base, right? So there is an exponent a to the power m and whole to the power n. So n is the exponent of a to the power m, right? So in that case, what will happen? The power law, only the powers will get multiplied and you will get as a to the power mn. So without example, how will I go forward? Yeah, can you tell me the answer here? Yes, 3 to the power 10. So the 5 and 2 being multiplied and you'll get 3 to the power 10. Wonderful. Now what is this? A fractional power I have given over here. What will you do in this? The fraction will be multiplied with the power 3, right? So the 3 and 3 will be removed and 5 squared will be the answer. So we call it, if 2 is a power, we call it as square. If 3 is a power, we call it as cube, right? And the rest of the numbers we call to the power of, right? So 5 squared is nothing but 25. These are some basics. So without basics, without the foundation, the building cannot be strong. Yes, you all know that. So in order to build a strong building, I'm going with the foundation. Foundation is very, very important in everybody's life. Yes. Okay. Now, what all three main laws we discussed about. Now we are going to discuss about more things to be noted in order to get the smooth functioning of exponents, right? So keep in mind, first thing is all the rules which I told cannot be applied for two different bases. If your base is a to the power n into b to the power n, this rule cannot be applied. Yeah, so here the bases are different. Even let me say tell you 2 to the power 3 multiplied by minus 2 to the power 4. Here also the base is different. One is positive, the other one is negative. So you cannot apply the rule. Am I clear, children? Now, say if m and n are different positive integers, then what will happen to m and n? If the bases are different, what will happen? If bases are different, if you have whatever the quantity equal to that, then this will be equal only when the power will be equal. Am I clear? If a to the power b is equal to a to the power c, here the bases are same, right? This will be equal only when the powers will be equal. Am I clear? Am I clear? So equal to sign, equality. You should understand this, the sign, equality sign. Equality means the quantity which is in the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. Yes. So now m to the power a into n to the power b is equal to m to the power c into n to the power d. N, it should be n, sorry. It should be n. Yeah, n to the power d. This will be equal only when a is equal to b and a is equal to c and b is equal to d. Now, next, if an addition sign is given between two same exponents, then we cannot use the product rule. Say a to the power m plus a to the power n, it is not equal to a to the power mn. Am I clear? So keep this in mind. Similarly, a to the power m minus a to the power n is not equal to a to the power m divided by n. So this is not a proper rule. Okay. Next, any base to the power 0 will always be 1. I can say you 2 to the power 2, sorry, 2 to the power 0 will be equal to 1. Yes, so anything to the power 0 will always be 1. Even if I put minus 1 to the power 0, it will definitely be equal to positive 1. Right? So any x, y, z, a, b, c, anything to the power 0 will give you 1. Yeah? Okay. Now, next is obviously any base to the power 1 will the number itself. 2 to the power 1 will the number itself, that is 2. For any base with negative exponent, the base gets reciprocated. This is very, very important clause which you need to understand. Say if I have a to the power minus 1, it can also be written as 1 by a. The only thing is the power is being changed. The negative power is made into positive. In order to make it positive, your base gets reciprocated. Am I clear? Yeah. So you all understood it. X to the power minus 2 can be written as 1 by x squared. Yes. So this is we were discussing this. For any base with negative exponent, the base gets reciprocated. Say, did you understand? So what will be the value of, how will you make this as positive? X to the power minus 3. Yes? Yeah, it is 1 by x, and you can write this as whole cube, or you can just write it as 1 by x cube. Right? So the base is getting reciprocated and the power is getting positive. Yes? Say for example, if I have 1 by a to the power minus 2. How can I write this as? Even the vice versa is true, right? So I can write this as 1 by a to the power minus 2, right? To the power minus 2. Now this is nothing but a to the power 2. So the base is getting reciprocated over here. That is 1 by a has become a, and hence the power gets positive, right? So this is clear. So next clause is, for any base with fractional power. For any base with fractional power, the base written under root of the denominator. This is a little tricky. Is what? If you have a fractional power, say 2 by 3, then this is written as a cube root of, that's why I told root of the denominator. If you have 3 as the denominator, it will become cube root of whatever the base with the numerator as the power. Am I clear, children? With the numerator, if 2 is in the numerator, it will become x squared. If 4 is in the numerator, it will be x to the power 4, right? So in that way, say for example, if you have, sorry, 25 to the power 1 by 2. So we all know, we have studied in irrational numbers. How should we express this? This is nothing but the square root of 25. And I told you anything to the power 1 will be the number itself, that is 25. So now what is the root of 25? 5. Right? So if I have this number, that is 81 to the power 3 by say yeah, it 2 by 3, 2 by 4. Yes, yeah, it can also be written as 1 by 2. So it can be written as 81 to the power 1 by 2 is nothing but square root of 81, which is nothing but 9. Now I'm going to tell you about this. If you are written this root of 1 by 4, right? So how will you write this root of 1 by 4? 1 by 4, you know the value. But I'm going to tell you how to write this as the power. 1 by 2. So the root is generally written as a fractional power. Is nothing but, you can tell this as 1 by 2. You can directly write the answer, but I was telling you how to write this as a, now how will you write this? How will you write this? This can be written as 4 to the power 4. Yeah, into the root is written as a fraction, that is 1 by 4, which is nothing but 4 to the power 1, which is nothing but 4. Hope it's clear, children. So for any fractional power, with the base is written under the root of the denominator. So this is these are the things, as in when I come to know or anything extra, so I'll keep telling you people. Yeah. Now we are going to explore things through the questions. All whatever rules we studied right now, we are going to explore this. Yeah. First question is given as 27 to the power minus 2 by 3 into 3 to the power 0 into 9 squared, right? So now I'm going to use the whatever I taught you people right now, right? So 3 to the power 3. So I can write this as 3 to the power 3 is nothing but 27 multiplied by minus 2 by 3, yeah, into anything to the power 0 is 1, and 9 squared, the value is 81. Yeah. So now I got 3 and 3 cancelled. Now 3 to the power minus 2 can be written as, yes, can be written as 1 by 3 to the power 2. So the negative power is being reciprocated, the base is being reciprocated into 1 into 81 is the same as 81. Now the answer would be 81 divided by 9, which is nothing but 9. Am I clear? Am I clear, children? Next question is this. I know that you people can do it, so I'm leaving this for you people to complete, right? 27 upon 125 to the power 1 by 3 into 3 by 5 to the power minus 3 into 3 by 5 to the power 2, right? So this is your question. I think you people have completed. Now I'm going to do it. That is 27 and 125 can be expressed as 3 cube upon 5 cube. So detailed explanation is given. Why? Because you should not miss any step, any anything, you everything you should understand. Yeah. So the negative power, in order to make it as a positive, what should I do? Yes, I can hear your answer. It is 5 by 3 whole to the power 3. Yes. Now into, this is nothing but 3 by 5 whole to the power 2. So which I can write it as 3 squared upon 5 squared. Here also I can write this as 5 cube upon 3 cube. Yes, 5 cube upon 3 cube. Now here, this 3 and this 3 will get cut. Yes, let me take them out. Then you'll understand it very clearly. 3 by 5 whole to the power 3 into 1 by 3. Am I clear, students? That is what I had cut this 3 and this 3 and this 3. So I can take it as common and then cut them. Right? Now I'll write this as 5 cube upon 3 cube into 3 squared upon 5 squared. Now I'm going to find out the common. Now I can cut 5 cube and 5 squared. What will be left with me? 5, right? And similarly, 3 cube and 3 squared can be cut. Where will I write 3? Here, this 3 was bigger, so I wrote 5 here. Here, I'll be writing 3 over here because here the 3 is bigger, right? The power is bigger. Okay, now 3 by 5 into 5 by 3 is left with us. Now, what is the answer? It will be 1. I'm going to tell you another method for this. Before that, you can note it. You can pause it and note it. Note the steps. Yes. Yeah. So I told you I'll be telling you another method. 3 by 5 whole to the power 3 into 1 by 3. Here itself I'm just cutting and then doing it. So it will be 3 and 3 will get cut. So the power will become 1. Right, children? Yeah. So the power need not be mentioned. Okay. Now this is 3 by 5 to the power minus 3 into 3 by 5 to the power 2. Right. Now I have made all the bases same. This is 3 by 5. All three indices of the same base, that is 3 by 5. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add and subtract, or add all the powers rather. Here it is 1 plus of minus 3, right, plus 2. What will I get? I will get this as 3 by 5 to the power 0, which is nothing but, I told you anything to the power 0 is 1. So we got the answer as 1. With just 2 steps, by using the rule, by using the law, I did it. Yes. So you understood this. Next question is, find the value of. See here, children, irrational numbers. I've discussed already. I've already discussed this irrational topic, operations on irrational numbers, addition and subtraction. If you want, you can go and watch my video. I've put the link in the description box. You can watch it again for better understanding. Yeah. So I'm going to do this. 3, I can take, this is not a perfect cube. Neither 128 nor 54 is a perfect cube. Now, in this case, what will I do? I will split the number in such a way that I can get a perfect cube. 64 multiplied by 2 plus. Again, 54 can be written in such a way that one is a perfect cube and the other one is a least irrational number. Now, this is nothing but cube root of 2. So you cannot modify or alter this. Now, what will I do? I will be taking the cube root of 64, that is nothing but 4. 4 into 3 is 12. Cube root of 2 plus what is the cube root of 27? It is 3. 3 into 4 is 12. 12 cube root of 2 minus cube root of 2. So which is nothing but 24, and here the number is 1. Nothing is mentioned in it is 1. So 24 minus 1, that is 23 cube root of 2 will be the answer. Hope this is clear. Now the next question. This I've given you as homework. You'll be doing this and you'll be finding the answer for this and you'll put in the comment section. Yeah, as usual, I'll be mentioning their names in my next video of indices, right? Because I cannot cover the entire thing. Maybe 3 videos I'll be putting for the explanation. Wait and watch the videos, children. It will definitely help you out. Yeah, you can pause it, you can play it, and then you can understand each and every minutest details because I've mentioned all the details over here, right? Okay. Now one more question. I would like to do this. Yeah. So this, what will I do, children? First, I can make it as a positive power. Yeah. So 1 by 125 is nothing but 125 to the power 2 by 3. Next. 512 to the power minus 1 by 9. So I can write this as 512. I can bring this to the numerator and write it as 1 by 9 minus 216 to the power minus 1 by 3 can be written as 3 into 216 to the power 1 by 3. Yeah. So in the next step, I would be writing this. You all know that 125 is nothing but 5 cube. Yes. So 5 cube into 2 by 3 plus 512, you all know that it is nothing but 8 cube into 1 by 3, which I can also write it as 2 cube into 1 by 2, 2 to the power 9 into 1 by 9. Am I getting it clear, children? Yeah. Minus 3 into 6 cube into 1 by 3. So I've done all the expansion, that is the with the power. Now next step is I need to cancel the power. 3 and 3, 9 and 9, and then 3 and 3 over here. I cancelled it out. Now what is left over here? Say this is 5 squared, which is 25. 25 into 2 will be 50, right? Plus this will be 2 minus 6 into 3, which is 18. Now what is the answer? 50 plus 2, that is 52, minus 18, that is 34. So the answer for this question is the value of this exponents, which is given as 34. So is it clear, children? Is it clear? Yeah. Now it's time for you to work. It's time for you to show your talent. How much have you understood? That is a real immense happiness a teacher would get. That if the students understand in a better way and respond to the questions, a teacher will get immense happiness. So I would like everyone to make me feel happy about my explanation of this topic. Yes. So until then, I'm going to bring you more questions, more level of difficulties in the chapter indices. And until then, bye bye. Don't forget to like my videos and share my videos, and please do subscribe my videos. Why? Because subscribe to my channel. Sorry. Why? Because you will get to know interesting videos. Thank you so much.